What does it mean to take your already creative presence into a system? Well, first it means understanding the platforms, and then it means understanding how to shift from a vibe economy to one where you are architecting and giving value. Can artists do this too? Yes, but they need to know where to operate, what to say, how to say it. They already know what's coming through. They'll have the intuition, they'll have the guidance, but they are visual, so they're going to learn through movement and actions first, and results, because people respond to proof. Business owners respond to conviction, timing, speed, clarity, not necessarily to money. They would rather get their business up and running faster in order to accomplish their goals, in order to make money now, this month, not next month, this month. And as I've been building with digital tools and AI and systems, I have been able to get businesses up and running with clients facing bottlenecks and daily headaches with ease in order to navigate even things that I didn't even know at first, but I'm constantly learning and I'm able to figure it out. Why? Because I spend the majority of my time learning, researching, doing pattern recognition, and helping people. And in doing that, what happens is very profound. When you narrow the path just slightly instead of expanding everywhere, you start to create this rhythm with the universe where things start to come in. Things start to align. People start to come in that can help you. The market understands you because you are offering a service, you have a course, you have a product, you have a new business, and you are becoming clear. And your creative presence now has a system. And this is what I am building for people that want to work with me one-on-one. First, we start with a simple form. You fill it out and you tell me about your business and where you are stuck and why it is not bringing you customers. Then, if it aligns, we have a diagnostic call where we discover the root cause of the malfunction, or we discover how we can build your map. Step 3 is the $997 website build. Why is it $997? Because it is not just a website, it is architecting your creative presence system. And I've done 2 of these already. One is about to be completed, and I have more in my pipeline, waiting on a response. So when you get into motion like this, and then you get the social proof, so you can show the market, this is what I have done already. These are the people that I've worked with, and this is how they are feeling about the work that we have done together. Then you are creating real change. And it's not just words on a screen. It's tangible results that affect money for other people. And whether you do this with an online course or a service, or you teach and you get other people gigs, it's the same concept. It's getting an outcome for another person. In the beginning, I started building thought architecture, and this was very important as a first level because when my signal, if you will, started to open, I started to naturally develop frameworks and thought architecture. What does this mean? It means frameworks for navigating life. So I can operate different. And then what you do is you put those frameworks inside a course, a program, a book, and they're yours. They're your intellectual property. They're your moat. And if you've been doing this already, you know how fun and exciting it can feel to be building frameworks, building with tools, building intellectual property. But at the end of the day, something profound that I've learned, especially in the past 2 months, is that you have to make not only your first sale, but your first 5K to reach a level of safety where you feel safe enough to keep expanding in what you are building, even if it is brilliant, profound, and life-changing in a 10-year timeline. You have to get to the level of creating income. I like the goal of 5K because everyone says 10K, but if you can make 5K with a new system or a new offer, like a service, then you can repeat it. So think about numbers in terms of repeating them, not this is the lowest that we're going to make and we should aim for a higher number. Think, how powerful is it that we can repeat this and expand from there? Because that little moving part, that detail, could be the leak in your system that you cannot see, that other people can see very easily. Okay? And we need these little powerful pieces that create the leaks to be sealed for the engine to run properly so we can move faster. This is the creative presence system. When the market can understand clearly who your business is, how you help other people, where they can find you, how they can check out on your page, there's no guessing. And I think the market mirrored this back to me because I had 2 accounts, an art one and then a new account on Instagram. And as I moved through worlds and markets, I changed rapidly fast and did not want to stay in the same place. I wanted to understand what it felt like to create different rooms, to create separation, because I had already experienced the profound shift of having containment through building on the platform called School, because when you build in one container off of platforms, you have clarity. And what does this mean? It means you're not building there to sell it. You're building there because it's feeling safe for your nervous system, and you're putting your wisdom there, and you're keeping it in a place where you feel creatively connected to it, off platforms. Then you start to understand, okay, this is why people create online courses. This is why people charge 10K for offers, because sometimes when we build things that take like a year and we go through this deep transformation, we realize that that is value that can be charged. But to simplify it, when you get past that year mark of building, or maybe you haven't started yet, but most of the people that I know have been building for the past year, but now they are learning how to position and market and make money. What I've learned in the past week is having services allows you to make money fast, especially if you already know digital tools, because the biggest bottleneck is fragmentation. People do not have clarity. They do not have signal clarity. And I have experienced this with myself too. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know all the medical components of it, but what I do know is that certain supplements have helped me, certain mentors have helped me, and staying aligned with my values has helped me from previous, like expanding and not staying in the same lane. So why are we here? We're here to help you make your first dollars online. How do you do that? Well, I'm going to show you. I have an engine that I have created. It's called the First Dollars Offer Engine, and it's going to help you make money based off the value that you have already created, so you could see it cleanly on the screen, and then you can move forward into my creative presence system if you want to get paid quicker.